I don't like that feeling of needing something outside of myself to feel at ease. I want to be able to be at ease with who I am, wherever I am, with whatever's going on. To have that inner peace. How's it going, guys? Fness, back with another video. Today I want to talk a little bit about attachment and desire and our addiction to outcomes and protecting what we have and getting more and being more and these cravings and how we can deal with them. So what I've learned over the last month or so with this big epiphany that I've had that's pretty much changed my life is that you only suffer in your mind. If you were really suffering, you would be in physical pain and you wouldn't have any time to be thinking about it and worrying about it and imagining the worst case scenario because it would be happening right now. If you're suffering, it's because you're letting your mind get away from you. It comes from this belief that you're not enough because you don't have certain things, you don't have a certain lifestyle, you don't talk a certain way, act a certain way, look a certain way, drive a certain car, have a certain boyfriend or girlfriend, live in a certain neighborhood with a nice house, and all these different material things. And the attachment to all these things and the neediness that comes with it is really what is keeping you back, because the more you put significance into temporary things, the more disappointed you're going to be in life, because anything that's temporary can be taken away from you and will break your heart eventually. So if you put anything on a pedestal, be ready for that pedestal to collapse. Even people, everything in this world is temporary. The only thing that is permanent and infinite is your soul, and that inner essence, that true you, the watcher within you behind the personality, is the real you. And everything else needs to be let go of, not to be clung on to. Most people, I think, really just need to learn to let go of the idea that they're not enough because they don't have something. They don't look a certain way, act a certain way, talk a certain way, etc. But you are already perfect the way you are. You have everything you need. All you have to do is realize that, and then you can start to become who you are inspired to be instead of becoming somebody out of desperation. Because when you become somebody out of desperation, people can feel that and you can feel that, and you never get to where you want to be because you identify as somebody who needs things or is not enough and needs more and more things. And until you can change that identity, you're always going to want stuff, you're always going to feel incomplete, and you're never going to feel like you're enough. So you need to decide to change your identity, and you need to decide that I'm not going to be somebody who needs things, wants things. This is a journey that I went on about a year ago and just decided, you know what, I don't want to need anything ever again. I don't want to ever feel like, I don't like that feeling of like craving. Like that's what I had with nicotine. It was like, oh my God, I left my e-cig at home and I need to turn around and go get it, or I need to go stop at the gas station and buy a pack of cigarettes. It was like, it was always that shit, and I don't like that feeling of needing something outside of myself to feel at ease. I want to be able to be at ease with who I am, wherever I am, with whatever's going on. To have that inner peace to ground me in reality and not have me floating up in imagination, imagining the worst case scenario of everything. Because it doesn't help. Imagining the worst case scenario doesn't really help. If anything, I'm trying to imagine the best case scenario while being grateful for everything that I do have. If you're somebody who has good friends, good family, you have enough money to pay for food, shelter, and clothing, you got the basics covered. Everything else is a cherry on top. And that's a lot of what I didn't realize before. But when I actually finally took inventory of all this stuff, I was like, oh, my life doesn't actually suck. I like my job. I have great friends, great family. I have enough money to pay for everything that I need, and then some, and pay for all the shit that I think is important for the development of myself and the community around me. And I have a mind that allows me to be creative and think outside the box and come up with solutions for every problem that comes my way. And when you can accept yourself for who you are, and you can accept the reality that you live in for what it is, instead of trying to fight it and just deny that it's the way it is, and you try to fight reality, it's the most futile battle ever. So once you can line yourself up with who you are and reality, and not be so divided internally or externally, everything just kind of lines up and you're able to be who you are out of inspiration and not desperation. And when you create your world out of a place of inspiration, it's like the whole world opens up and you stop caring whether things go your way or not, but you still do them anyway because you're inspired to. You just feel like doing it. And if you fail, then it's fine. Maybe you try again, maybe you don't. Maybe you realize in that failure that this isn't what you wanted to do. Maybe in that failure you realize that this is something that you want to do, but you have to get around this one obstacle. And sometimes the obstacle is the way, and you just have to get past that and get through it and realize that maybe this obstacle is really just trying to teach you a lesson about something deeper in your life. So I'm challenging you now to take an audit of your own life and figure out what are the things that you crave, what are the things that you need in your life that you think will improve your life, make you feel more fulfilled, and really ask yourself if that is what is going to make you feel fulfilled. And if it's material possessions, be careful, because anything temporary can be taken away from you and used against you. But if you're looking for something that's already there, you realize that you don't have to chase it anymore. And you can finally just, enjoy yourself. Find joy within yourself. There's nothing outside of you that you need to complete yourself. So that's all I got for you today. I wish you guys the best and hope you have a fantastic afternoon, evening, or good morning. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know if there's any other videos, any other ideas that you want me to talk about. If you guys have any issues in your life that maybe you could use some perspective on, shoot them in the comments or send me a message on Instagram at Fness did it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm a grown man, find you somebody to play with. If you don't like me when you see me, better not say.